I'm not afraid of you.
Yes, you are. You've spent your entire life afraid, always running, always hiding.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. I absolutely hope you're having a wonderful day. I really appreciate all the support, all the new people who are deciding that I earned their subscription. It's been a wild ride here in November with no signs of slowing down. Now, Quentin Tarantino is not the first to kind of point out the fact that a lot of these Marvel actors, they aren't really the Hollywood movie star. They are famous because they play somebody else. So nobody really cares about Chris Evans. They care about Captain America. Nobody really cares about Mark Ruffalo. They care about the Hulk. And this is a unique kind of reality that exists for Marvel. And it's been called out several times, including Marvel actors like Anthony Mackie, basically the exact same, using the exact same words as Quentin Tarantino. But Z-list actor Simu Liu, who you might remember from Shang-Chi, which, you know, whatever, was a middle-of-the-road movie that didn't make a lot of money, but he's very proud of it. And if you liked it, that's okay. I don't think that there's anything like inherently offensive about that film. But Simu likes to stir the pot online, something I can relate to. But this isn't exactly going how he had hoped. And we're going to get into all that after a super quick word from this video's sponsor. Huge shout out to this video's sponsor, Established Titles. Established Titles is a project based on a historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lairds or lords and ladies in English. They allow people to buy as little as 1 square foot of dedicated land so they can call themselves a lord or a lady officially. In return, they commit to plant a tree with every order and protect the beautiful, pristine woodlands of Scotland. Established Titles makes an absolutely amazing gift, and a person could officially get their name changed on documents. Their title pack gives you at least 1 square foot of dedicated land on a private estate and an official certificate with a crest. Established Titles is currently having a really big sale just for you, my subscribers. You can get an additional 10% off any purchase you make with the discount code The Quartering. So click the link below, go to establishedtitles.com/The Quartering and use promo code The Quartering to save an extra 10% today. Quentin Tarantino in hot water for saying Marvel actors are not movie stars, but they aren't. I mean, they simply are not. We talked about this last night. I was on Tuesday night's main event, and we talked about like how many actors really exist out there that are like, you know, there was a time, if you're old like me, that you remember like, oh, I'm going to go see the new Seagal movie. I'm going to see the new Chuck Norris movie. You didn't really know what it was about, but you knew you wanted to see it. I'm going to go see the new Schwarzenegger movie. I'm going to go see the new Leonardo DiCaprio movie for the most part, unless it looks like a weird romance film. You know, Daniel Day-Lewis, for example. There are big draws. Keanu Reeves. There are people that will still sell tickets because of their name. If you noticed in that long list of people that I named, most of them, actually all of them really, have never really been in this warring on their fans bandwagon. Coincidentally, they're also basically all men too, which is interesting of note. I suppose there are female actresses that still draw big, the older crowd, maybe Bette Midler or something like that. But the director made the remarks while talking with Tom Segura on his podcast, Two Bears, One Cave. I don't love them, Tarantino said of Marvel films. No, I don't. I don't hate them. I don't love them. I mean, look, I used to collect Marvel comics like crazy when I was a kid. There's an aspect to these movies where coming out when I was in my 20s, I'd be totally effing happy and totally love them. But they wouldn't be the only movies being made. They would be those movies amongst other movies. I'm almost 60, so I'm not quite as excited about them, he continued. By the way, a totally fair take. Tarantino repeated a common criticism of the films, that they are overhyped and repetitive, plus leave less room for creative projects. projects. My only axe to grind is that they're like the only thing getting made, the 59-year-old director said. And they're the only things that seem to generate any kind of excitement among fan bases or even for the studio making them. So it's just the fact that they are the entire representation of this era of movies right now. There's not really much room for anything else. That's my problem. It's a problem of representation. By the way, 100% agree in this use of the word representation. Next, he took a dig at Marvel actors, saying that they weren't actually who people were coming to see. Tarantino claimed moviegoers only cared about superheroes on screen, no matter who was playing them. Part of the Marvelization of Hollywood is that you have all these actors who have become famous playing these characters, he asserted, but they're not movie stars, right? Captain America is the star. Thor is the star. I'm not the first person to say that. I think it's been said a zillion times, but these are franchise characters that become a star. Finally, the Reservoir Dogs director pined for movie star roles of the past. Back in 2005, if an actor stars in a movie and he does good, the Marvel movie does as good as Marvel movies do, that guy's an absolute star, he explained. It means people dig him or they like and want to see him and stuff. Sandra Bullock, for example, in Speed. Everyone thought she was amazing in it. Everyone fell in love with her. They were excited by Sandra Bullock and they wanted to see her in something else. That's not the case now. We want to see that guy playing Wolverine or whatever. I mean, right? Tarantino's did not amuse several followers. Deadpool creator Robert Liefeld retweeted a story about Tarantino's comments, calling it the hottest of takes. In a later tweet, he shared, as a writer and director, it is my passion as well as my job to create compelling characters and worlds that draw the audience in and connect them. Same thing that drives Stephen King, Trump? George R. R. Martin, and so many others. I'm in the character's business. I'm in the character business. Marvel actor Simu Liu, who starred in Shang-Chi and The Legend of the Ten Rings, also made his opinion known on Twitter. He claimed that signing onto a Marvel project was his only chance to make it in Hollywood. What? Wasn't he on some convenience store or something like that? That was pretty popular, some TV show? I don't know. Writing, if the only gatekeepers to movie stardom came from Tarantino and Scorsese, I would never have had an opportunity to lead a $400 million plus movie. By the way, big whoop. $400 million plus when your budget's $250 million and you probably lost money isn't anything to write home about. And also, what an absurd thing to do. You're basically calling Quentin Tarantino, a guy that, by the way, cast Lucy Liu, for example, whose cast is always diverse. You're calling him some sort of racist or something like that. You're saying, oh, well, if Tarantino was the only guy around, I wouldn't have gotten a chance. Well, what are you implying there? Are you implying that he wouldn't cast you because you're Asian or something like that? It's ridiculous. I'm in awe of their filmmaking genius. They are transcendent orators, he wrote of Tarantino, but they don't get to point their nose at me or anyone. No movie studio is or ever will be perfect, but I'm proud of the work with one that has made sustained efforts to improve diversity on screen. Again, what is the implication here? That Tarantino's films aren't diverse? Like, have you seen a Tarantino film? You say you have. And also, like, I bet you, I would be willing to bet you when Simu gets noticed on the street, what do you think they call him? Do you think that they're saying, oh my God, it's Simu Liu or whatever? No, they're saying, oh, it's Shang-Chi. It's Shang-Chi. I guarantee it. Nobody knows who that guy is. He's just the guy that played Shang-Chi. And like, the idea is, I get the implication or not the implication, but the want to defend yourself. And he's 100% right to do that. And I get what he's saying. Like, hey, what the heck? You know, I thought I was pretty proud of this movie. And I've got these people saying, you know, this sucks. And look, he's done some really good stuff. Look at this. Definitely he donated $100,000 to feeding the hungry. That this guy, even though, like, you know, he's your kind of prototypical leftist and blah, 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 he genuinely seems like he does good. And so he seems like a good person, and we may disagree politically, but, you know, it's also, it looks like he deleted that post. Yeah, he did delete it. He had a post about something about, bracing for all the internet trolls. Like, Here's Justin Wang. People aren't trolls just because they disagree with you. Surely someone who used Reddit as much as you used to know knows the difference. You know, like that's, I mean, a lot of people are saying like, it's almost like, oh, I'm going to stir the pot and then I'm going to whine and complain when I get backlash. Again, here's Anthony Mackie saying the exact same thing.
Business has gone to, like, there are no movie stars anymore. Like, Anthony Mackie isn't a movie star. The Falcon is a movie star. And that's what's weird. It used to be with Tom Cruise and Will Smith and Stallone and Schwarzenegger. When you went to the movies, you went to go see the Stallone movie. You went to go see the Schwarzenegger movie. Now you go see X-Men. So the evolution of the superhero has meant the death of the movie star.
Right? He's 100% right. Now, I would add the caveat that it only means the death of the movie star in a world where that's the only crap they keep pumping out. I mean, there's a lot of great programs out there that exist. I thought Archive 81 was a great show, and I didn't know a single actor on that show. The Stranger, great movie based on a true life event, happened in Australia. Absolutely thrilling, edge of your seat movie. Couldn't name a single actor in it. Loved it. But you got to go look for it. Because the only thing Hollywood wants to dump out is the same old over and over again. And that's exactly, so Quentin Tarantino says it, a white man, a black man says it, women have said it. It's all the truth. Now, I get feeling a little slighted by that if you're Simu, but it doesn't change the fact that it's true. And what you have to do is look at it this way. Playing Shang-Chi will open doors for you that really no other role would. So be happy about that. And build your career and cash checks and keep helping people. But you don't necessarily have to be so butthurt about it all the time. It's just the reality. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, and we'll talk to you again real soon.